Hello and welcome to the Knitty Kitties channel, and I'm Netty. Now, the sewing machine videos I've done have proven to be very popular, and I've had people asking questions about it. So I thought I'd do one about buttonholes, and we'll do a few about specific things. So people have been asking me questions. Now, I'm no expert. I'm learning as much as yourselves are about this machine. It can do wonderful things. Now, a lady wrote to me on my Facebook page about how do you do buttonholes, so I thought I'd make a video about it, and I thought it might be helpful to people. This on camera is my first time doing one, so I hope that I've made it in a way that it's easy to understand and you can follow it. Obviously, again, I'm no expert. I'm probably doing some things completely different than other people, but this is the way I've done it and the way I've learned to. So I am using just a pretty finish cotton, and what I've done is, you can see I've used brown and a white thread, and that means that the tension's correct there if you can't see the brown through that. See, you can just see the white and you can just see the brown thread on that side. That is very beneficial to be getting the tension right. Keep aside some pins, they're going to be very handy later on. Now what I'm going to do, now this is how I set out the buttons, and if you are making buttonholes, I'd highly recommend doing a test piece first. Even if you've done it a few times, it just makes sure that everything is going to go according to plan. So I picked out the button that I want to use on this mock buttonhole band, and I'll show you up close what I'm doing. So you can see I've marked where the button is there, the width, and we're going to be concentrating on the horizontal bits now to make an eye shape. I couldn't find a ruler at all, so I just got a scrap piece of card there, and I'm going to draw a line. And again, I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see properly where. So you can see that's an eye lying on its side there. That is the bit where the stitch is gonna go. So you'll see me do that. So that, I find, if you plan out where those buttons are gonna go first, you can't go too wrong. And now, apologies on the state of the mat there. It has been cleaned, it's thoroughly clean. It's just we probably need to get some terps or something like that to get rid of the paint. Now, that handy little box in the sewing machine underneath it there, you're going to find this. Now, to me, I didn't know what the heck it was when I first seen it, but this is going to sew your buttonholes on the machine for you. So that's where it attaches. There's that little silver bar there. And this bit here, you put the button, if I can open it. Now, apologies, that's a very left-handed way of doing it. So I get the button there that I'm going to be using, and you make sure that the button fits snugly in that bit there. Okay, so that's all you need to do there really for this moment in time. Just make sure it's the right way round, and that bar there, that's going to be facing upwards. Okay, and that bit is going to be on the bottom, but I'll show you that once we get there. So I'm just trying a different size button there, just so you can see it. It can take a few different sizes of button. I'm going to turn round my sewing machine now, because this bit is very important, okay? So something I couldn't find and I didn't know, and it was in the instruction book out anyway, so here we go. And what I'm focusing on is this switch here. Now, you want it on that bit where it's positioned right now, okay? Because if you have it on the left bit, it's not going to move at all. It's just going to stay still. Now, yeah, see the way my hand is going there, the direction? You need to press it down, move it across, and then ping it in. because it won't stay properly in unless you completely, and then to get it back again in that position, press it down, move it across, and then let it go up, and it'll make a noise, it'll click once it's in position, but you want it on the right there. So just get used to that movement, because I don't force it or anything like that. That's very important. So down, across and up. Okay, so yeah, that symbol on the right is where you want it, and that is gonna make the fabric move, because inside this sewing machine there's a chip, and it knows all of the different modes what it needs to do. So very clever computer. So that red line on there is going to line up, and I'll show you a little diagram now. It's going to line up with the bottom of where the buttonhole is going to be. So what you need to do first now is take this off, and I'll show you, and it'll go in slow motion. I'll do it in slow motion so you can see it. That needs to come off, okay? So press that lever there. Press it up and it'll just come off like that. Dead easy, no worries at all. You don't need to force it off or anything like that. Just press that lever up and it'll come off. So I'm just going to make sure, I ran out of cotton in the bottom bit now. This particular sewing machine, it's just a drop-in bobbin, and so long as you make sure that the thread is going anti-clockwise and drop it in, you'll have no trouble at all. Both of the threads should go towards the back of the machine with this. So long as you've got that, you don't need to thread it through, I find, or anything like that. Make sure that notch goes into the right bit on there, on the left of that when you're putting it on. So that notch there, into there, pop that in first, left, and then it'll just pop down. Now you can see the patterns on there on the front of the machine, 92 to 99. They are your different buttonhole patterns. Now I'm using 93. So they're very fancy, aren't they? You can use whichever one you want there. So I've decided on that. I've turned the machine on, and I'm going to select the correct one. We've made sure at the back we've got it in the right position when you turn your machine round. So flash up the name of that again so you can make sure you got the right one. And now this needs to come down here, and it needs to go in between the two, and I'll show a diagram on the screen now so you can see exactly what I mean, where it needs to go. And I'll provide a diagram from the actual instruction book. Now I found the instruction book was a bit, everything was all over the place and not in one place. Now, and just like magic, we've done all that right, it will automatically do all that for you. Now if you were doing that manually, you'd have to do a bead and then go back on the bead, do a little bit at the end so it doesn't fray, and then come up again and down again, but with this it knows it all. It's automatic and it will do it for you, and the only thing you have to do is get the little tool to be able to open the hole inside the buttonhole, and I'll show you that when I do it. I've done it a few times so you can see what's going on, so it's not just a fluke, it actually does do it. And I did actually do one off camera, so I made sure, because it was my first time making one, I didn't want to go wrong. So I wanted to make sure. So there we go, there's the buttonhole right there. It's done it. It knows exactly what it was doing. And we're just going to I'm just going to get 2 of these pins here, and this is the little magic trick. This is just a belt and braces approach here to rip in the buttonhole, and I just put one either side there, 1 pin either side, and I get the thread ripper there. You've got one in your toolbox underneath there. And my one's got a little brush as well, so you can use it to clean little bits. And just get that thread ripper there, and it's dead easy, it just like that. No bother at all. And because you've got those pins in place, there's no way it's going to rip right through the rest of the thread. So it can happen, and it will happen, but that's my little trick so as it doesn't happen. So I made another buttonhole there, and away it goes. It just does it automatically. It wasn't a fluke, because it's done it the 3rd time there. So great. I just wondered if anyone had any kind of things they were stuck on the machine, or in the instruction manual it doesn't explain it clearly. Now I'm learning, I'm definitely no expert at this, but I'm really enjoying and watching all the magical things this machine can do. I'm not sponsored or anything affiliated there. They don't tell me to do these sewing machine videos. I just do this off my own back because I love the product so much. I've had it over a year now, and I think I'm coming up to 2 years now I've had it, and I love it. So again, I'm just going to put the pins in. So yeah, in no way, I'm just doing this for myself, and if it helps people, and it seems to be helping people, well, there you go. Job's a good one, isn't it? So it's getting my confidence up talking and making videos as well. So I mean, I can always do better, and I'm trying to improve on my videos so they're better to watch and stuff like that. So thank you for watching anyway. I do have the instruction manual. If anyone hasn't got it, it's on my Any Art Netty downloads page on Facebook. I'll provide all the information in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.